Hey you guys, it's Thalia and welcome back to my channel and welcome to a budget check-in. So this one is going to be kind of interesting because of how my pay schedule is aligning with the bills. So we're just going to figure it out. So it's going to be kind of tough to do a check-in, to be honest, because, well, none of these bills have come out yet because they're not gonna be coming out until next week, I think. But I had to have them on this check. So it's kind of confusing, but it's just how the month fell. So one thing I will say though is wrong paper. I kept track of how I was spending. And so the pink is like all the unbudgeted, and let me tell you, this is an eye-opener. If you have not done this, you don't need anything fancy, you don't need an Erin Condren, just even if you have to print it out, whatever it is, this has been so much more helpful to me and understanding how and why I'm spending my money. Because today I'm gonna talk about how this past budget was a complete fail. I did, and in all honesty, I still have a credit card because that's just how I feel. You have your opinion on it, that's fine. I know it can be bad for certain people. I'm including myself in this bunch because, to be real, I'm very much an emotional person, I'm an emotional spender and things like that. So seeing the days where a lot of the pink has come out correlates a lot to me with how I was doing that day. And it's a lot more of an eye-opener than just kind of flipping through my bank statement because you can't really see kind of where it's coming, And I haven't done the greatest job of keeping up with it. I had to go back and figure it out, but I just found an extra folder I had, put receipts on it, and this is where I'm gonna keep all the receipts for the month so I can track it. So I went quite overboard. And you'll see that as I start the budget check-in. So let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit so we can go ahead and start talking about this a little bit more. Okay, so like I said, this is gonna be, it's actually interesting to me because it's like, I can't really say anything has been paid or anything been cleared because like I said, nothing has come out of my account, nothing's been paid because of how the bills are falling and how my check was. But the problem is I couldn't reverse it because of the stuff that was due within the next check. It's confusing, and sometimes that happens, and sometimes you just kind of have to make do with what it is. So it is what it is, and I'm just kind of going with the flow. Pretty much around the time I get paid in the next day or so, everything is gonna start coming out, so it'll be fine. I always like to keep track of it so that way I know when it's been paid. So I'm not gonna mark anything because clearly nothing has been paid, but I will go ahead and insert the unbudgeted amount, and to be honest, it's kind of scary. Some of it there was a buffer in it. Some of it, if I'm being completely honest, and I'm not here for the negative comments, I understand, what I'm doing with my money, and I mess up sometimes, but some of it came out of a buffer, and then some of it is on my credit card. Should I have done it? No. Did it happen? Yes. Am I pissed enough now to really focus on what I set out to do this year? Yeah. And sometimes we need that kind of kick in the butt to be like, hey, you thought you were doing okay, but when you start listing things out, you realize, holy crap, like, no, you're not okay. You're kind of pushing things to the side. And sometimes with spending, there's an underlying issue behind why people spend. Like I said a minute ago, for me, I'm an emotional spender. It dribbles into my eating habits as well. I'm an emotional eater. And the days that I've spent the most money, I know what went on that day and I know why I was triggered. And I have no idea why eating or spending money is something that consoles me. It just does. But I did it, and now I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed at myself for allowing myself to spend the money when I didn't budget it. So I'm going to do better next time. That's all I can do. And that's one thing is like, I'm not here to kind of portray like, oh, this is picture perfect. Here's my budget. I stick to it every month. Absolutely not. I'm pretty sure not everyone sticks to their budget. I personally don't, and clearly $400, almost $500 worth of crap probably, you know, and some stuff I needed, but because I didn't have a sinking fund or anything like that, I wasn't able to pull the money from that, and what resulted was either using buffer money or putting it on my card. Not something that I want to do again. I'm going to put my credit card somewhere I can't reach, and I know everyone, like I said, has their opinions about it. Some people cut it up, throw it away. For me, it has always given me such anxiety to try to do that I just rather put it up and have it there just in case. And once I'm done paying my debt, I feel like I'll be in a better position to cut up a credit card if I want to. But I also, you know, I like to have a credit card for certain purposes. Like there's certain places where I don't want to use my debit card or I don't have the cash with me. And to me, it's just better. I'd rather put it on my credit card because it's easier. So if something does happen, it's on my credit card and not on my debit account and things like that. So anyways, so that's it. I'm going to go ahead and total it out. Even though it's not an actual, I'm going to go ahead and give an estimate of the unbudgetedness that I did. And I think I wrote it down. I guess I didn't. Let me quickly, oh, here it is. I put it on my phone. So 2,138.27. So yeah, I'm just going to leave that here because like I said, all of these pretty much have already happened, and then the rent is the only thing, so that might fluctuate a little bit. Plus, because that was definitely not a good thing. So, and then I paid and cleared this one. Sorry, I forgot I did put that basic 25 towards my card. So yeah, so this wasn't really much of a budget check-in, more of a budget wake-up, I would call it. It's really nice to be able to really see what's going on. Like I said, a lot of people think it's just money, but it's a lot of more underlying issues of what's going on as to why you're spending. And, you know, you need to make sure that you're doing this. Even if you are debt-free and, you know, you're good, write it out. Sometimes you don't understand what's going on, but definitely, like I said, I highly, highly recommend tracking this. It definitely opened my eyes as to how I'm spending, and I'm annoyed. So whether that means I need to give myself more spending money than just the $20 I'm used to, be it. Whether I leave everything at home, my cards, if that's what I have to do, then so be it. I'm going to figure out kind of what I need to do to fix this because I'm not a happy camper. I'm not. I'm just blown away because I thought while this was going on, I was like, oh, it's fine. It's only a little bit. Oh, I know I have a buffer. It'll be fine. That's not fine, you know? And now I have to do something about it because if I continue to just say it's fine, this behavior I'm allowing myself to do is going to continue, and the whole point of paying off debt is going to be reversed. So, you know, some may disagree or some may think this is like awful, whatever. I'm not here for the hate comments. I'm just here and hoping that somehow this will help somebody realize that, you know, it's okay, because at the end of the day, there's still tomorrow, there's still the next time there's an opportunity to spend money. You have the opportunity to say, yes, I'm going to spend this money. I should be spending it or I shouldn't be spending it. It's just, you have choices and that's it. But know that there's always a choice to start doing better. It doesn't matter what your circumstance is, you can always get there. It may be very tiny steps, but you can get there. So don't compare yourself to other people's journeys. Don't let other people put you down because of how you're working your journey. It's going to happen. You're going to do it, and you just got to keep moving forward. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to harp on this. Am I pissed? Yes. But tomorrow's another opportunity for me to do better for myself and for my future. So that's what I'm going to do. So thank you guys so much for watching this. Well, I guess we'll call it a budget wake-up video instead of a budget check-in. I think tomorrow should be setting up my budget for the next paycheck, so keep an eye out for that. So anyways, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!